Hello, my dears, and welcome back. It's good to see you all again. You're looking so lovely. We love it. It's a beautiful day, or night, or morning, whenever you're watching this. I'm sending you so much love. I'm sending you Reiki. I'm a Reiki master. So, there's that about me. How's everyone doing? Let me know in the comments how you're doing. Whoops, 400 cards came out. There's been a lot going on. All my readings are timeless, so whenever this video finds you, or any of my videos find you, or the title or thumbnail resonates with you, that's when it was meant to find you. All of my videos are timeless. Time does not exist. However, in the period we are living right now, 8/8 portals coming up, I'm wondering if you're also going through tests of faith. Been thinking a lot about faith lately. Faith in God, faith in whatever higher power you love and trust. I feel like we're being asked to have a lot of faith right now, that things are really muddy right now. I have a feeling that there's going to be a major breakthrough around the 8/8 portal that's coming up in about 2 weeks. And the veil is thin right now, man. It's all out in the open. If you're in America, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, nothing is being held back. So we're seeing struggles between good and evil. We're seeing struggles between life and death. We're seeing major asking us to have faith in this time. So I really encourage you to get into your grounding practices, getting into your self-care, your nervous system regulation, because like I said in a few videos, I saw a message online that was like 400 cards keep wanting to come out at the same time, and I don't like that. My God, you are being asked to trust right now, because I feel like we're going through this collective shift where we're up-leveling in major ways, but right now it looks like absolute chaos. Right now it looks like turmoil and hatred and conflict. Okay, no more messages want to come out right now. That's fine. Which is fine, because literally the 2 messages that just came out are things look chaotic right now. Things are chaotic right now, but you are being asked to have faith and rely on your inner resources and make the magic happen. The Magician was the first card out. So that starts this reading off with a beautiful energy, reminding you that you have everything you need to make the exact life and the exact changes that you want. You may be surrounded by injustice right now. You may be surrounded by people who are really bumming you out. But this is you, honey. This is you with all the power to create the exact life that you want. Maybe that is not even clear to you right now, what you want. Maybe how you're going to get there is not clear. Maybe you've got extenuating circumstances that block you from the exact life that you want. Maybe you're not seeing your own power right now because you're so surrounded in turmoil and chaos that this situation that you're in is wearing you down and making you feel very worn thin. So do whatever it is that you have to do, whether you need to spend some money to get away from this situation for a while, to tap back into yourself in a lasting way, so you can hear your inner voice, you can hear your inner guidance, you can hear your angels and ancestors and God and whoever it is, to remind you that you are the magician of your life. And balance that with your faith in God. Because remember, we are all God. We are all parts of God. God acts through other people. And sometimes it's easy for us to walk around and say, God acts through other people. Okay, then what about you? Turn that thought back on yourself. If God can act through other people, can't God act through you? So look this injustice in the face, whether that's the injustices that we're seeing happen on a broad scale in our country, in our world, and ask, or in personally in your own life, the injustices that you're facing. Maybe this is a problem with a boss, a family member, a romantic partner. Something's not right here. Something's not right in this union between you. And maybe the change isn't going to happen overnight, where you can, or maybe you don't see a quick path out. Sometimes faith comes almost out of exhaustion. Like, God, I can't do this. You gotta take it. You have to. I'm so tired. I mean, personally, I know that's how I learn a lot of times, is by ramming my head up against a brick wall of a situation over and over and over again so many times that finally I'm exhausted enough to change. Finally, I'm exhausted enough to give it over to God. You know? And the magician is your connection to God. The magician is your reminder that you are a cell of the organism of God. You see? God created everything, right? God is everything. So why isn't God you? God is you. Wow, we got the lovers again. Beautiful unions are happening because you have found that union within yourself, and no earlier will that happen. No earlier will that blessed divine union that makes you feel like the angels are smiling down on you, because they are. No sooner will that happen than when you find that union within yourself. When you've worked on your attachment style, when you've balanced your masculine and feminine in a way that is authentic to you, when you have healed your traumas in a significant way, when you have realized that you're tired of these fuckboys that remind you of your dad, when you like when you handle yourself and you radiate that healed, chillin', beautiful, positive, like, I'm good over here whether you come into my life or not energy, that's exactly when God says, okay, I send you your person now. Blissful, divine unions are coming in. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Page of Wands. So this is somebody who is making that inner abundance in themselves and readying themselves for the next part of this journey. Because, you know, I am American, for better or for worse. I live here. We are facing like a life or death situation here. We are looking at either of I don't even have the words. It's literally light and dark, life or death, devil or angel type of situation happening here. It has become, in the last week, a very epic time to be an American. Before this past week, it has been the vibe of being an American has been just like a horrible demon scream. That's just been the vibe. Just like that's what it's felt like to be an American until this past week. And then it's like, oh my God, we're getting a glimpse of a possible beautiful future. Some kind of possibility of some kind of peace. And I know, I'm not an idiot. I know that all politicians are in each other's pockets and everybody's an actor and they're all just, you know, puppets for the same type of thing and machine. I know. But this is what we're dealing with. One is definitely way worse. Okay? We can't pretend that that's not the case. But I see somebody here hunkering down for the journey of a lifetime. Like, really getting deep with it, stacking their money away, looking at all the things that aren't working, leaning on God, knowing that you have all of the inner resources and the power within you to become the Page of Wands. Pages are the beginnings of mastery. So you're starting to feel like you're getting your spiritual shit together. Maybe you're starting to watch yourself in certain interactions and say, wow, I like really handled that way more gracefully than I would have 5 years ago. I really, you know, spoke to that person. 6:15 on the clock. That's my birthday. That's a beautiful confirmation. Like, we're being asked collectively to have a lot of faith, like I said. And in my opinion, that is the bravest thing that we can do. We are so conditioned to control and do and fix and handle and manage. So that becomes the go-to. That becomes the way that we handle every situation or try to handle every situation. Listen to Alan Watts talk about Wu Wei. Listen to Taoist teachings. Our greatest power is in our ability to surrender. And I've been studying this stuff lately because sometimes I feel like I have no idea how to surrender. I don't know how. I don't know how not to do. I don't know how not to force and figure out and make lists and budget and jam like every detail into my control that I can. I literally am teaching myself how to let go, when really it's kind of the simplest thing that we could do. And by letting go and having faith and practicing the Tao and all this stuff doesn't mean that you're just gonna, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna curl up into bed and take a, month-long depression nap. That's not what it means. That's not what I'm gathering. I'm on this journey too. I'm learning with you. So I'm figuring out how to surrender as well. Where, the information comes into my mind quite often. It's like, shouldn't this be the simplest thing? And sometimes it is. Just to say, God, you got this. You know much more than me. You are much more powerful than I am. Although we do have unlimited potential. So scratch that. I have unlimited potential. I can do anything. The magician coming out first is faith. It's knowing that you have absolutely unlimited potential. Absolutely unlimited. And if it's this you want, you can have it. If it's this you want, you can have it. This is where you are. You're sitting at the precipice. Maybe you feel very mired in the injustices that are happening in your life and on a grand scale. Because as above, so below. As within, so without. As on a small scale, as is happening on a large scale. I'm sure there's something astrological going on right now that's really profound. I'm pretty sure that we're heading into a Mercury retrograde as I record this. But again, when this message finds you, it's when it's meant for you, as with all my other videos. Detach from the results. Detach from the outcomes. Show up, do the work, but don't go into it with ulterior motives. And try not to be like, say, for example, a relationship is what you're manifesting. You're trying, you're working on yourself, you're working on all your stuff, you're going to therapy, you're healing, you're practicing celibacy, you're doing all the things, that are prescribed to attract a divine relationship to you. And you say, okay, God, it's not coming. I give it over in faith. See, I gave it over in faith. Where's my relationship? I'm doing all the things to manifest a job and I can't find one. I give it over in faith. I give it over in faith. I promise. I give it over in faith. That's what's going to bring my job in, right? When I let it over in faith. So I give it over in faith. You have to really feel that shit. And you have to really mean it. And if you're having trouble detaching, look into that. Why do you need it right now? That means that something's missing. That means that something is off. If you are so obsessed and so clung with manifesting something like you need it, like air, or you're gonna die, something is off. And that needs to be addressed. Maybe it's that you need to work through whatever your situation with your last relationship was. Let's just keep with the relationship example. Maybe you need to process the emotions that are dormant with this particular last situation so that you can really let go. Working on your attachment style so that you don't feel like you need a relationship to be whole. Because I don't need to remind you that if you manifest a relationship from a place of desperation, you are going to manifest somebody who is also in desperation, or a narcissist, or somebody who's just going to abuse you, or just a bullshit relationship situation that's going to be over in 5 months and it's going to leave you with a whole lot of other shit to heal. So you might as well just take this time to do this work, sit in this page energy, and know and have faith. Wow. And know and have faith that when it's for you, it will come. And if that feels like torture, look into that. Why does it feel like torture? Why do you need a relationship right now? We have the Tower with the King of Wands reversed. So yeah, this faith that you're practicing, because it's a practice just like everything, especially if you're like me and have been living in doing mode for so long, practicing faith takes practice. So this faith is going to strike some things out of your life. It's going to cause some tower moments. But you're seated in your power with the King of Wands reversed. You are taking all of this spiritual information that you're gleaning from diving into yourself, diving into your own traumas, your own shadow. And really applying it within. The King of Wands, that's the highest. You just went from the page to the king in 2 cards. But the King of Wands reversed is you are doing it for yourself. You're searching within yourself for the deepest parts of you, cleaning out the cave that you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. I think that's Jung. So explore those caves. The scarier, the better. Go, go, go. Good. Go deep. Get quiet. Go within. Stop trying to manage everything out here, because when you start with building the kingdom outside, it's going to collapse like a tower. When you start building the kingdom within, that is unbreakable. Oh my God. When you start building your kingdom from within, it is uncrushable, untouchable. No lightning storms can touch you. No snide remarks from your family can bother you. No people in your business, no people talking shit can even come near you. Who cares? You have developed such an unshatterable relationship with yourself that is rooted so deeply in the earth that it wraps around the whole earth and everyone can feel it. So you don't worry about a tower moment. You don't sweat about people being struck out of your life. You don't sweat about losing a job, because you know that you are blessed and highly favored, and you have everything within you, unlimited potential. You are God acting through this body. Do you really know what it means when people say that we are spiritual beings having a human experience? Do you really, really know what that means? And truly embody that? We are not humans. We are God with this test of an ego in the way of realizing that. And we're so busy, scrolling through social media and trying to get the most likes. And, I don't blame people for being addicted to social media, because those shits are literally designed to be addictive, and they're designed to get into your brain and rewire your brain chemistry. So I don't blame you for being addicted to nicotine. I'm addicted to nicotine. But, what was I going to say? We let all this ego stuff get in the way of realizing how powerful we are. 26:26 on the timer when I look down. Heller angel numbers coming through these days. The veil is thin. The angels are communicating. Like, it's a very real time to be alive. What's Ramdas says, there's like a Chinese curse, may you live in an interesting time. I don't know, man. It makes me feel alive. What a time. Right here, right now. Interesting. I feel complete with that. When you build your kingdom from within, it is uncrushable, untouchable, unconquerable. 27:27 on the clock then when I look down. Thank you, God. Okay, I'm gonna go eat dinner now. After I film the video, see, we're learning here. We're learning lessons and then we're implementing them. Thank you so much to my patrons, Mike Booz, Matt Copp, and Rachel D. You can subscribe to my Patreon at the link in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video to get exclusive gifties only for patrons. Such fun at every tier. Please like the video and subscribe so you won't miss any future uploads. And let me know in the comments what you think. Love yous.